UK actually buys more convertibles than any other European country per capita. Weird, huh? The one place with the most depressed climate is the one that lives in hope that one day you'll be able to fling back that roof and make like you're on the Riviera, when actually, you're in Reading. And it's drizzling.
Which is why Mazda thought they'd give us a best of both worlds scenario. They've swapped the ragtop for a folding hardtop on their iconic MX-5 and given us the Roadster Coupe.
Coupe convertibles. See, these days, a convertible really isn't the done thing unless you can fan a wodge of metal above your head, because no matter how good a fabric hood is, it doesn't provide that kind of psychological sense of security that a metal one provides.
But I'm not convinced. See, the reason why I'm not too sure about this whole coupe roof business is because that wonderful flop back and basque fabric hood that they used to have before is just so perfect. You could work it with one hand, it wasn't likely to break, and it just suited the keep it simple stupid philosophy of the MX-5. I mean, even in this latest generation, you've still got a 2-litre 4-pot motor driving the rear wheels through a manual box. It's a wonderfully unfussy take on what a decent drive should be, and the roof was part of that ideal. So, to find out if it's worth the extra £1,750, we've devised 3 tests to see what's best, hard or soft.
First of all, I'm going to drive it with the roof up and see if it's any quieter than the standard car.
Now here I have a decibel meter. I'm going to run it for 10 seconds. OK, an average of 72.1 decibels. Now it's time to try the good old hardtop and see if it's any quieter. And there you have it, 70.8 decibels. So that's marginally quieter. Now, our decibel expert reckons at those levels, only half the population could detect the hardtop was quieter. So it doesn't look like it's worth the extra money so far. Here's test 2.
Now, I'm going to compare the two on our really very high-tech slalom course. Ooh.
Good turn in, just nice and smoothly through, and it just feels exactly how an MX-5 should. It's great. So, how will the hardtop compare? Does the extra weight ruin the handling? Not really much different. It actually feels slightly softer, but that's because Mazda have actually softened off the springs so that it cope with the extra weight. It doesn't feel like much of a compromise. I'm calling that a draw.
Finally, we're going to subject them both to a high-pressure water test from the pipes of this here fire engine. Now, we know these things are powerful, but we've got to test it first. On me. Let's go check for leaks.
It's fine, but it's noisy. The roof's bobbling up and down with the water. It's definitely not leaking, but it's just like being in a tent in a rainstorm. Here we are in the Roadster Coupe. You can still hear the rain on the windscreen, but it's not drumming on the roof. It's a definite psychological feeling of security. It doesn't feel like you're so vulnerable to the elements, so it just feels like any other tin top, albeit in a tropical storm.
Now that's a surprise. To be honest, this morning, I couldn't see the point in a Roadster Coupe. I thought it was an unnecessary extravagance brought on by a fashion thing. But it's not. It genuinely works to make it feel more solid and more usable. But more than that, it just makes this car feel more cosy.
So, for your extra cash, you do get a more usable package. That means us Brits can keep buying them, safe in the knowledge that when our 20 minutes of sun comes, we'll be ready.